Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? I'm super excited for this video because I'm going to be doing a quick overview of the new Oden's eye collection. They are revealing it, I believe, today. They must have just revealed it because I'm not going to post this until they do, but I received it in the mail and I wanted to go ahead and get a video up for y'all. I do have unfortunate news, and that is that I did film this tutorial to go along with this video, and I just realized that I did not turn my mic on. So that's always a good feeling, but I am wearing the products on my face so I can go ahead and just give you kind of my first impressions as we talk through the products and swatch them all. If you are new to my channel, my name is Amy and I love talking about small indie makeup brands. If that sounds like content you are here for, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Now let's go ahead and jump right on in. This collection was sent to me in PR and I'm super excited about it, although there is one thing that I was less excited about, and that was their Alva 2 eyeshadow palette. I'm going to put a video on screen so you can see what it looks like, and it is super pretty overall, but unfortunately the palette does have two pressed glitters, which if you know me, you know I'm not about the pressed glitter life. Pressed glitters are not eye safe, and I am super cautious about what I put on my eyes. I am extremely sensitive to eye injuries. If I even look at someone and they have like red eyes, like I will start crying. It just makes me extremely uncomfortable, so that is why I don't like pressed glitters. I actually already sent that palette to my friend Karen Harris, so I'm sure she'll have the video up soon for you guys, so I'm not going to be swatching or talking more about that one today. But we do have 3 mini palettes to talk about, and these are so cute. The packaging is absolutely adorable on these. They're just so beautiful. This lavender one is the mini sky palette, and all of the mini palettes have 6 shades in them. They have 4 that are on their own pans, and then a little duo in the middle of shimmery shades. I'm not the biggest fan of duos, but I do feel like it's big enough that you can dip your brush into the one shade and not have to worry about the mixing. If you do like to use your finger for shadows, it's a little bit inconvenient. And then there is the mini forest palette, which is a soft green. I think that this is my favorite color story overall. I just think it's super pretty. And then the soft blue one is the mini ocean palette, and here is what that one looks like. So they are super cute. We'll go ahead and swatch them in just a moment, but the product that I am most excited about is definitely their new highlighter palette. It is just so beautiful. Here's what it looks like. The packaging is stunning. It just looks so pretty, and it does have a little mirror on the inside. I feel like this whole palette actually almost gives me Cinderella vibes. Even though it is not based on princesses, it's based on Norse mythology. There's a little butterfly in this pan here, which is the cutest detail. There's like a golden shade, a pink shade, a blue shade, and then this shade here called Salamander is so stunning in person. I'm gonna leave a picture I took on screen of what it looks like really up close so you can kind of see the sparkles and all the different shades more, because it is so pretty in person. That's actually what I have on my inner corner today, and I love it. I really want to do a soft pastel matte look with this as the only shimmer on the inner corner. I think it will be so pretty. So I'm like head over heels in love with that highlighter shade. I do really wish that they had come out with more of their cream lip stains for this collection because I love the formula so much, but there are no lip products. It is only eye and face today. So let's go ahead and start doing the swatches. So let's jump into the mini ocean palette first, and this palette in particular has a matte light blue, there's a satin cobalt blue, a turquoise shimmer, a icy purple shimmer that kind of goes between purple and silver. That's what I have on the middle of my lids today. And then we have this orange here, which has flecks of gold in it, and a brown here, which has flecks of gold in it. So there's the first 3 shades. That blue actually is very soft. In fact, I think you could use that one as a matte, even though it looks like a satin in the palette. The thing about the middle shades too is they are very soft. They're very pliable, I believe is the word. So if you dip in too hard, the shadow will move around quite a lot. And here are the other 3 shades. I feel like overall, I mean, it's kind of an interesting color story. It doesn't inspire me that much. I think it's pretty, but it's just not very functional for me because the only true matte is the light blue. But I think that if you were using this and using it as pops with another palette, then it could be nice. This brown right here, I believe, is the deepest shade of all of the mini palettes, and I did put a little bit on my outer corner just to see if I could deepen further. But I mean, it's really not that deep, so I wish there was a deeper option. Alright, so next for the mini forest palette, like I said, this is my favorite color story just because there's 2 different true mattes. There's a really beautiful kind of light minty shade. There's a nice mid-tone brown, which is what I have in my crease today. It blended super easily. There's a shade here called Spirit Forest, which looks like it's kind of one of those yellowy green golds, which I really, really love colors like that. And then the middle has a green shade, which I haven't swatched yet. I'm really excited to see what that looks like. And then the shade Breeze is actually what I have on like the outer part of my eyes here, and I think that's a really pretty shade as well. It's kind of just like kind of like a browny rosy shade, which is very sparkly. And then this shade Shine looks like such a beautiful blue. Look at that mint. That's actually super pigmented. Ooh, the green too. Ooh, that blue's super pretty. It's kind of like a blue with green reflect. So I feel like if I had to recommend one mini palette, overall it would probably be this one. Like, look at that. Super, super pretty. For the mini Sky palette, there are no true mattes in here because this one, Cloud, is kind of like a mid-tone rosy brown, but it has gold flecks in it. This one, Dreamland, is a deeper brown with gold flecks in it, but I say deeper brown pretty lightly because, again, it's on my outer V. It added a little bit of depth, but I really wish there was a darker shade. And then we have the shade Dew, which is a really pretty bronzy shade. There's this one called Shimmer, which is what I have on the inner part of my lower lash line today. We have Illusions, which is a pretty white to purple shade, and that's what I have on the inner part of my lid. That one is super flaky, so you do have to be really careful with it, and I did get a ton of fallout from my look today because I didn't use glitter glue, and I feel like you definitely need it with these shimmers. And then the shade Purple Light is kind of like a purpley pinky shade with like a little bit of sparkle to it. Mostly it's a satin though, and that's what I have on the outer part of my lower lash line. Again, looking at this one, I'm like, ooh, like that could be nice for pops, but it's not a color story where I see just reaching into this palette by itself and only using it. Ooh, the shade Dew is actually really stunning. So there's what that looks like. Okay, so let's go ahead and swatch the highlighter palette now. I'm so excited about this one. Salamander looks so lackluster there. I mean, it looks pretty, like it looks shiny, but it is so much prettier in person when you can really see all of these shifts going on. And then the blue is a little bit thicker and a bit more powdery. That's the shade Undian. And then we have Gnome, which is what I have on my cheekbones today. It's a really beautiful gold. It just has like this effect to it. I feel like it almost looks wet on the cheekbones. So look at that one. So pretty. And originally, Gnome did remind me a little bit of the Villains highlighter from ColourPop. This is the You Idiots, You Fools, You Imbeciles one, Cruella de Vil. And it reminds me of this one in texture. The shade is a bit more peachy. I think if you liked this highlighter, you would also really like the one in the Oden's Eye palette. And then lastly, for the highlighter palette is this shade here, which almost looks like a matte in the palette. And it's a very, very soft iridescent pink, which is what I have underneath my brow bone today. So there's what that one looks like. It's a pinky purple. I feel like this palette does look very, very light to begin with. That's what my initial thought was, but because it does have some different shifts and duochromes going on, I do think that it'll work for more skin tones than what originally meets the eye. But I do feel like between both of their highlighter palettes, they're both quite light. So I really hope that if they do another one, that it will be a little bit deeper. I saw my friend Karen Harris, who has more of a tan skin tone, use the original highlighter palette and was able to make it work on her. But I'm not sure that this would be the most flattering option for someone with a deep skin tone, and I really don't want to see them left out, so that would definitely be my constructive criticism, especially because with the eyeshadow palettes, I really, really wish that between the three minis, there was at least one nice, deep, deep, rich shade. I feel like most people need a shade like that to complete their looks. That's my quick overview of the collection. I will say that the mattes all blended really easily for me, and the shimmers, although they were a little bit messy, I think they do look absolutely stunning on the eyes. So I'm really curious to see what you guys think about this collection. I would say overall, I'm not like completely 100% blown away, but I think it really is just personal preference. My favorite products are the highlighter palette and the mini forest palette, but that's everything for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.